Welcome to Weather Center on this Sunday morning. This Weather Center is sponsored by Pontiac. I'm Rick Griffin here with Will Annan, and we're going to be talking about severe weather again today, particularly in the southeast, and also possibly some flooding rains for parts of Tennessee and Kentucky. But right now it doesn't look like anything all that serious.
Now, it looks like some spots could see another inch of rainfall by later this morning, and then the bulk of the rainfall heads northeastward. And we'll check that out in the forecast in just a few.
Right, also for the Boston Marathon, which comes your way in the northeast tomorrow.
That's right. Let's show you what's going on and what has happened during the last 24 hours. We saw some rough weather again, especially yesterday morning. Then there was a break in the action early in the afternoon. Then we saw some of the rough weather return to northeastern and much of northern Alabama later in the day. Again, we've had at least 3 confirmed tornadoes, many other tornado warnings from northern Alabama into northwestern Georgia during the night. But again, we've had no other confirmed tornado reports or injuries or much in the way of any damage as of yet. Looks like for the upcoming day, it's going to be the southeastern corner of the country, all the way from Norfolk, Virginia. Watch out Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, all the way down towards Columbia, South Carolina. Much of southeastern Georgia and northwestern Florida could be looking at some of those big-time thunderstorms. If you live in these areas shaded in red, you could be looking at some active weather, especially this afternoon. Because you can see all the cloud cover and all the rainfall spreading on northbound. Finally, the rain has made it into Atlanta, Georgia, especially the north and west side of town. This is going to be a rainy morning for Atlanta and for much of the rest of the day for the Carolinas up towards Virginia and much of Pennsylvania too. Here's our next wave of low pressure developing on the front at the present time. That's going to quickly move its way towards the northeast, as you will see coming up in just a little bit. Let's take you right down to the southeast right now. We're going to show you what's happening here. We've seen a lot of rainfall during the last 24 hours, really the last couple of days in Kentucky and Tennessee. A ton of rainfall again for Nashville, Tennessee yesterday, which is one thing you didn't need after your tornado. Of course, the big cleanup continues in Nashville, and you saw a lot of soggy weather yesterday. This is going to be the storm system that rides up the Appalachians today. It's got a lot of warm and humid weather to work with down to its south and east, and that's going to be pulled up to the north. And just take a look at what's happened since Thursday now. You can see some of these rainfall amounts exceeding 4 inches in London, and also London, Kentucky, and Knoxville, Tennessee, and all the way down towards Birmingham, Alabama. Much of that rainfall, over 2.5 inches, occurred yesterday through at least early on this morning. The rainfall continues right now over much of the state of Alabama, and also it's beginning to move into the Atlanta, Georgia area right now, and we can show you close up exactly what's happening. With our next wave of low pressure developing, the storms are beginning to fire up one more time around Montgomery, down towards the east of Mobile, and it looks like for much of the northwestern panhandle of Florida, could be looking at some real active weather during the upcoming morning hours. Take a look at the rainfall now reaching Atlanta up towards Rome and Chattanooga. And of course, we've had some serious flooding occurring during the last couple of days in eastern Kentucky and Tennessee, and more rain likely there. The rain is spread all the way northward now towards Cleveland, Columbus, nearby Reynoldsburg, down towards Charleston, West Virginia. A lot more to come for the Appalachians for the upcoming day. Maybe a couple of sprinkles now around Philly, not really reaching New York City yet, but it's on the way. And some of that rainfall will be reaching Boston come later on during the afternoon. The rainfall will become locally heavy come later on this evening. For the northeast right now, not bad. It looks like the rainfall spreads over all of the northeast tonight, but much of that should be ending by about noontime tomorrow as we see it right now. 54 degrees in Boston, 53 in New York City, the same thing in Washington, 54 in Philadelphia. But we're going to be looking at much cooler weather developing throughout the Midwest. 37 degrees in Green Bay, 46 degrees in Minneapolis, 31 Sioux Falls. So again, we've got pockets of some clearing conditions. That means some radiation or cooling and some of those 30-degree temps beginning to show up. The west mostly dry as we see for the upcoming day today. Temperatures again beginning on the cool side, 38 degrees in Salt Lake City, 32 degrees after your snowfall yesterday in Denver. And much of that is now going to be gone. Weak systems in the northwestern part of the country. Here we're going to be looking at a building ridge of high pressure for the next several days. And it looks like for the most part, just very, very light precipitation pattern shaping up for the northwest as you look at the upcoming week. We've got your forecast for the upcoming day today, the last half of the weekend. Let's go to Rick for that.
We sure do, Will, and it includes a lot of wet weather in the eastern third of the country as low pressure comes out of Georgia and Tennessee to West Virginia at lunchtime. So again, the bottom line is, after a pretty nice one yesterday in New England, New York, most of Pennsylvania, the rain is moving in this morning and will overspread the entire region during the day. Mostly light rain, by the way, but a few heavier pockets of precipitation could be embedded. See this region? South of the warm front, east of the cold front, this is the warm sector. And this is where severe weather is possible again today. Basically from southwest Virginia, Roanoke area, down to the Florida Panhandle, including perhaps Atlanta and Columbia, Greenville, Spartanburg, and Charlotte. You could potentially be under the gun today. Wet stuff in the northeast. That's going to include New York City. Also Buffalo, you've got rain. Pittsburgh, you're in the forecast for precipitation. 50 degrees today, 59 in Philadelphia, 61 in Boston. The steadiest rain will be today, by the way, and tonight, and then just scattered showers for the marathon, which is on Monday, tomorrow in Boston. So runners get set for probably some wet stuff, some drizzle, and temperatures again near 60 in Boston for the race tomorrow. Forecast for the southeast, showers and storms in Atlanta, Charlotte. Tampa, though, pretty good day for you. Dallas, excellent weather. Houston, for that matter. Look at Tulsa, beautiful today. Partly sunny, 72 degrees. Chicago, not all that bad either, as well as St. Louis and Kansas City. And Denver, you're going to warm up back into the 50s after your snowfall yesterday.
Got some rough weather developing right now over the deep south near the Gulf Coast. We'll show you that coming up on TravelWise after your local forecast. Stay with us.
This program was sponsored by Pontiac and your local Pontiac dealer. We're driving excitement.
It's so powerful, it's almost scary. Boom. The muscle car lives. The new Firebird Trans Am by Pontiac.
When it comes to painting, trust a pro. CertaPro Painters. Hi, I'm John. CertaPro Painters gives you the personal attention of a local business owner, plus the professional support of North America's largest painting company. You get superior, reliable service and quality at a fair price. Our services include interior and exterior painting, pressure cleaning, and repair work.